Hey guys, welcome back. Dark here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make yourself a sick UI as a rogue that will help you with your rotation and with your cooldowns, whether it be for PvE or for PvP. And the cool thing is not many people know how to use Weakauras. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, Weakaura is an add-on. So just like any other add-on, go to Curse or Twitch and download the add-on just as you do with any other add-ons, and then install it, and then open your game, activate the add-on. And the cool thing about this add-on is it's probably going to be usable in Classic too, and you can do some really cool stuff with it that would help you a lot. So let's get into it. The first Weakaura we're going to make is for when we forget to put poisons on. And it's quite embarrassing sometimes when you go into the arena and you don't have poisons, or when you start DPSing the boss and you notice your energy starved, and you just notice how PPG you are. Okay, so let's not have that happen. So let's get into it. When you come into log into the game, you can type /WA, okay, and this screen will open up for you. You're going to go to new and then go to group, and we're going to call this rogue. Let's call it Assassin rogue. And the point of making a group is just for organizational purposes. As you can see, like I have a group for Eternal Palace and Havoc, Demon Hunter, but we're going to make one for Assassin rogue, and it just follow these step by step, and you can rewind and watch again. So when you do that, again, you go to new, and over here we're going to choose text. Okay, and in the text we're going to go on the right side, go to the display. In the text settings, we're just going to write, you can write whatever you want here. So for me, I'm going to put poisons, and we're going to press accept, and this is the text that's going to show when we don't have poisons on. And you can change the text color. I'm going to make it red so it stands out more. And you can also change the font size. And now the next step is to tell the program when this text should actually show. Now when do we want to show it? When we don't have poisons on. So whether it be, that's why I'm actually showing you how to do this, so you can make it what you want it to be. So for example, if you're doing PvE, you want it to be deadly, but when you're doing PvP, you want it to be wound poison. Okay, so you can just follow the steps and it'll make sense to you. So if you come to trigger, trigger is basically you tell the program when to do something. So over here, we want to tell it that whenever we don't have the poison buffs, please show us this text. Okay, so you go to trigger, the type is an aura. This is fine, and unit means which character you want this Weakaura to work on. For this specific one, we want it to be for ourselves. So we click on player, and the aura type is a buff. It's not a debuff, right? It's a buff on ourselves. And then we're gonna choose the name. So this one is going to be wound poison, and we're gonna press OK. And if the name of the spell is right, you'll see the correct icon. And we want it to show, see this show on? We want it to show on when the aura is not found, when the aura is missing. Okay? And that's it. So if you can actually name it whatever you want here. So I'm going to call it poisons. So let's see if it actually works. So let's close this. So right now I have no wound poison on, so I see this text. As soon as I put wound poison on, that should disappear. So let's see if it works. Voila! All right. So as simple as that. I mean, it's a very simple thing, but it's just so helpful to have. One other thing you can do is, maybe some of you are thinking, okay, but what if I wanted to show if I don't have wound poison and crippling poison? So what you want to do there is you again open the panel, you click on the Weakaura you want to change, and again you go to trigger, and so at this point you want to have two triggers, right? One for wound poison and one for crippling poison. So you click on this add trigger button here, And again, you do the same steps. It's an aura, and it's a buff. It's on that. If it's on ourself. Let's put the name, crippling poison, and then you go to show on. Aura is missing. Now the important thing that you need to do is you want this to happen. You want this text to show whenever either you're missing crippling poison or wound poison. So you have to click on any triggers. So if wound poison is missing or if crippling poison is missing, we're gonna get that text. If both are present, then we're not gonna get it. So let's see if it works. So I have wound poison right now, but it's still saying poisons. So let me just put crippling poison on as well, and it should disappear. Now if I put deadly poison, it should say put poisons on because we didn't add that as a trigger. So yeah, okay, I hope that makes sense. And now we're going to move to the next Weakaura. Alright guys, so we have our poisons now, we're good. People think we're so good that we never forget to put our poisons on, we're just that good of a rogue. The next thing I want to show you is to actually have your resource bar, your energy, show right in the center of the screen rather than on the top left where it's hard to see. I know you can do a lot of that with like LUI and other UI tools, but with Weakaura you have complete control over everything and you can make your own custom UI, which I think is pretty cool. So let's do that. So again, we're going to go to /WA. Again, we want to add it under our Assassin rogue group. So we're going to go new, and you can click from template here to make things a bit easier. We're going to go to progress bar on the bottom, and we're going to choose, you can choose vertical bar or horizontal bar, but I feel like most of us are actually used to having it horizontally. So again, it's up to you. That's why it's cool. You can make it however you like. So we're going to do horizontal bar. I'm going to choose resources, and we're going to go with energy. Okay. Now I'm going to move this to the, you can actually move it left and right, make it change the height and the width. I'm going to make it like this, put it right in the center so I don't have to look anywhere else. And for the most part, that's just going to work. The only thing I do want to change is I want to go to the display. I want to change the bar color. I don't want it to be green. I want it to be yellow because that's what I'm used to. Now I'm going to press OK, and then it's as simple as that. Now you have your energy bar. So if you actually, if you go to the training button, you can see that it's moving to the left, then coming back to the right, and you don't have to actually look to the top left anymore, and it's nice and big in the center of your screen. And what's left to add there is your combo points. So let's go over to WA again. We're going to go to Assassin Rogue. We're going to so we're going to go to new, from template, progress bar, horizontal, resources, and then we're going to go to combo points. And we want to put combo points relative to the energy bar. As you can see, we don't see the energy bar anymore because we're not working on it. So what you want to do is go to your energy bar and click on the view toggle so you can see it. And I want to put this relative to my energy bar. I want it to be the same height, actually, same width, and maybe a bit less in height. And I want my combo points to be red because that's what we're used to. And now if I actually hit my abilities, you can see my combo points in the bottom like that. Okay, so just like that, you have your energy bar and your combo points. Alright guys, I hope that you've enjoyed it until now. Now we're going to actually create a Weakaura to track your bleeds on your target, and whenever your bleeds are falling off, it's going to give you an indication that your bleed is falling off, and it's going to show you an icon in the middle of the screen. Okay, which is quite helpful, especially you're new to Rogue and you want to keep track of your bleeds. So again, let's /WA. You all should know this by now. Again, we wanted to place it in the Assassin Rogue group. We're going to go to new. Now you're going to choose icon, and over here we're going to go to trigger again, and this time we're going to choose debuff because your bleed is a debuff, and it's not going to be on ourselves anymore, it's going to be on our target. So we're going to choose target, and we're going to actually put the name of our debuff. For this one, we're going to just use growth, and we're going to press OK. And we're going to do it, and then the last thing you need to do is come to remaining time, and this is basically telling it how much time, when should the icon show. So I'm going to say whenever it has less than 2 seconds left, I want to see indication so I can reapply it. Okay, so once you do that, you're pretty much done. You can move the icon wherever you want. I suggest somewhere in the center of your screen so you don't have to look away from your character. And some other things that I like to do is I can go to display, I can do show glow effect, so it's more visible to me. You can change the size as well, and let's test it out so you can see. So right now nothing is showing, right? Because I have nothing, I don't have anything on the target. I only told it to tell me whenever there is less than 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to grow this guy, and we're going to hang out for 14 seconds, and then when there is only like less than 2 seconds remaining on the target, I should see icon right here. Right, there we go. See, so that's, you know, kind of awesome. One thing that you can do, which might be even more helpful for you, especially if you're new to your keybinds, you can make it so that when the icon shows, it actually shows your keybind for it too, so you don't so you can actually just look at the icon, see the keybind, and press it. And how you do that is if you go to the display for that specific Weakaura, you can change the text to your keybind for that for growth. So for me it's 2. I'm going to press OK. It's really small in the corner right now, so I'm going to put it in the center, and then we're going to increase the size. Okay, and that's how it's going to show now. So yeah, you can actually do that for rupture as well. And yeah, so there's that. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how to write Weakauras for tracking the cooldown of your spells, and to show you an indicator whenever that specific spell comes off of cooldown. In this specific case, we're going to do it for Kidney Shot, but once you learn that, you can do it for any of your spells that you want. So let's start. Let's go to WA again. You should all, this is probably all old news to you guys now. So you go to new, you go to icon here, and you go to trigger, and instead of aura, this is going to be an event, and the event is when that specific spell comes off of cooldown. So in the event, we're not going to have chat message, we're going to have cooldown ready of spell. We press that, we put the spell name here, it's going to be Kidney Shot, and this option here is telling it how long you want that icon to show when it comes off of cooldown. 2 seconds, we're going to put 3 seconds, but I usually do 2 because that's really how much time I need to see it. And again, we're going to go, so that for the most part is finished. So we're going to go to display, I'm going to put it right in the center here. I'm going to make it glow. One other thing that you can do, which may be helpful, is if you go to animations, you can make it like do a specific animation. So for example, I'm going to do a preset, and I'm going to make it spin like that. Okay, it's annoying, but it's just for demonstration purposes. And we're going to finish. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to put a rupture, and then do a Kidney Shot. And once the Kidney Shot is almost off of cooldown, we're going to see an icon in the middle showing the Kidney Shot icon spinning. And you can imagine how useful that would be. You can make it for any of your spells that you want, Vendetta, Vanish, Cloak of Shadows, so that way whenever your spells are off of cooldown, you know immediately and you can use them. There are many other cool things that you can do with Weakauras, and I don't want to bore you guys, and I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm going to stop right there. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all the support, all the likes and subscribes. It really motivates me to create more videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace.